Warning, this video contains badass content not suitable for haters. Do not attempt to recreate or reenact any of the following activities. Sub-Ohm Sensei, Sub-Ohm Studios and its affiliates will not be held liable.
As always, we'll need a few things to complete this build, the first and most important of which will always be batteries capable of 30 amp continuous and 60 amp pulse discharge to power our regulated box or mechanical device. 26 gauge, 34 gauge, and 28 gauge nichrome or kanthal, unbleached organic cotton, a drill, juice, an RDA, and our coil building kit. What's going on, everybody? Sub-Ohm Sensei here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 5 of the Clouds with Flavor series. If you've been following along, at this point you should be really comfortable with twisted wire, claptoning, stitching. The last real trick left is going to be the staggered clapton, so we're going to teach you the finger loop technique today so that you can achieve a clean stagger clapton without wasting too much wire. We will be building a coil for this video as well, however the main focus here is going to be the staggered clapton. To start this build we'll need about 18 inches of 28 gauge that we've straightened out. So for this technique we'll need a finger loop, so you're going to need 3 to 6 inches of 34 gauge. You can tie it, you can twist it, however works for you. You're just looking to make a stable loop out of it. Make sure it's secure enough that it won't come unfrayed under tension or anything. Now that we've straightened our 28 and we got our finger loop made, we're just going to go to the loose end of the 28 gauge and slide that finger loop over and take it all the way up to the chuck. At this point you have a few options as to how you can do the stagger. Some people prefer freehand, some people prefer a vise and swivel. For this setup I will be using a vise and swivel. I typically do freehand, but working around this camera, the swivel is going to make things a little bit easier for me. The next step is going to be to take your 34, feed it through your finger loop, and then just give it a couple wraps around the protruding post. Alright guys, so we're ready to start our stagger. I found it's easier if you have your finger loop slightly leading the wrap wire. It just helps keep it a little tighter and uniform. If you get 90 or a little bit more, you'll see it starting to get uneven. You'll get kind of weird spacing. Now that we've got our 28 nicely staggered, we're going to take it, fold it in half, and reinsert it into our drill chuck. Now we're just going to twist it together till it's nice and uniform. If it starts to kink up or wave on you, back off a turn and let go. Next up we're going to clapton about 9 inches of 26 gauge. Alright, now we're all set to wrap. I like to start with the Clapton 26 wire, and I'm going to do 6 wraps around a 2.5mm wrapping post. And then I'm going to take our twisted staggered 28 and I'm just going to stage the previous 6 wraps with 5 inside wraps. We're just going to repeat that process with the other side and we'll be ready to install.
Hey, I never doubted myself, but I doubted the ones around me. Sleeping on me, y'all too drowsy. Better wake up, y'all too lousy. People bouncing and say Audi, but that's the shit I'm used to. I'm too smooth like Michael Jackson, but is it too soon? Nah, I'm just paying homage. Smoking like a Rasta. Someone called a doctor, I'm always baked like some pasta. A side of sauce with some lobster. Pissed to forget the past, but all the memories gon' last. We reminiscing through our laughs, all the regrets up in the trash. The little that we had, we corner 40 sipping music known up on the Ave. I'll take a stab in the dark, I found my passion through art. And while While I'm passing this blunt, my brother passing the bar. Freestyling up in the car, we living up in the moment. My mind is always open, y'all narrow-minded ones. Focus on yourself and your beliefs and never listen to others. You could change the world by listening, but y'all a bunch of busters for real. I'ma make a move and y'all just pay attention. Boy, I make the rules and y'all just take the lesson. Every day a good day, yeah, it's such a blessing. Sometimes I question heaven, like how can it get better than this? I'ma make a move and y'all just pay attention. Boy, I make the rules and y'all just take the lesson. Every day a good day, yeah, it's such a blessing. Sometimes I question heaven, like how can it get better than this? The ones who doubted rolling blunts and hitting me up to smoke, putting on a fake smile just to take a couple toasts. In the back of my mind I know, you ain't even my acquaintance.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, so there it is, guys. Staggered, twisted, and staged, sitting inside the Snow Wolf, ringing in at 0.18 ohms, and we're vaping at 75 watts. Let's see how it does. It's a really warm vape. It is a thick wire, so it's gonna retain a lot of heat. I wouldn't recommend chain vaping on it, but you get a ton of flavor off of it. The vapor production's right where you'd expect it to be, and the ramp up on it, honestly, I love. I mean, the minute you hit it, it's ready to go, man. I love that about it. It's a solid all-around build. I enjoy it, and as always, I hope you do too. Thanks for watching, guys. I truly enjoyed making this series.